doors. One of them leads to Wonderland, but which one? I hope I haven't forgotten.
Why not forget the whole thing and go back home? You only get into trouble when you go to Wonderland.
Let's see. Last time I drank some tea and then I became tiny. Perhaps you always have to begin by drinking tea. Let's find out, shall we?
I don't know, Alice. I don't think we should be doing this.
If I listened to you all the time, Benny, my life would be very boring. Oh.
Eat me. Come on, eat me.
This time there's cake to eat. Oh, wonderful. I found the tea rather too bitter last time anyway. Here, Benny Bunny, you can have some too if you like.
No, I don't like cake, but can you see any carrots on the table?
It's very good. I'm sure you'd like it too. Try some.
I wouldn't dream of it. Out of the question. Whoa!
What's the matter? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Benny Bunny, are you all right? Is something scaring you?
Oh, Alice! Oh, Alice!
Look at the piece of cake. It's shrunk down to nothing. I'm sure I only took a very small bite out of it.
Nothing's happened to the cake, Alice. It's you. You've grown. You're as big as a giant.
All of a sudden, I'm feeling faint. Oh, you look like a fly down there. Oh, I'm still growing. Oh, what'll I do if I don't stop growing?
We'll rent you out as a lighthouse.
I don't have any time for your jokes now. Look how far away my feet are from my head. This is impossible. How am I going to pull my stockings on in future? What a state of affairs when you can't reach your own feet. I'll have to send my stockings by post and address the parcel from Alice to her feet. Oh, Benny.
Oh, please, Alice, stop crying. Your tears are so big that one could drown me. Alice, now stop crying. A big girl like you doesn't cry like that anymore. Alice, please, there's going to be a flood. The water's up to my knees already. Alice, dear Alice, please, I beg of you, have mercy. You know that I can't swim.
But I can't stop crying. I keep thinking all the time that I must look like Mabel now. And she's so tall and thin that all the children at school call her Bean Pole. Where's Benny Bunny? He was here just a moment ago. Oh, goodness gracious, I hope he hasn't drowned.
Gracious, what on earth's going on here? Aha! I trust there's an explanation for this disturbance.
Yes, and it's you. If you hadn't pushed me into the pond in my garden, I wouldn't have followed you, and I wouldn't be in this unfortunate situation now.
Let's be precise. You're not in an unfortunate situation. You're in a pool of water.
I know that. Won't you lend me your fan for a moment? It's so terribly hot in here. Now that I'm so big, I frighten everybody. Oh! 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 Oh!
Alice,
Yes?
do you really think he should drink it? Alice, if you get me into trouble, I may never speak to you again. Alice, this time you're growing even bigger.
Oh, dear, I must admit I wish this would stop. I knew that if I drank that tea, something or other would happen, but this is really too stupid.
Alice, please don't move. I'll go and call my uncle. Stay there. And whatever you do, for goodness sake, don't grow any bigger.
But how can I stop? Oh, now look what I've done.
Oh, and another thing, don't drink any more tea.
Oh, you simply can't rely on staff anymore. Where is Mary Ann? Where are my gloves and where is my fan, may I ask?
They're there. Mary Ann, I mean Alice. Oh dear.
It's as clear as daylight. I told her to fetch my gloves and my fan and to bring them to me here.
Yes, but then something happened. Yes.
Oh, no. she's quite hopeless.
Uncle!
I told him not to do the washing up.
Oh, no, we're in trouble.
Yes, well, I know. Well, I know.
Uncle Dear's really not as bad as it looks.
I must have come into the wrong house.
I found your fan and your gloves for you. It's too hot for him today. I'll fetch his fan. He'll feel better if I fan him a little.
No, Alice, don't move. No, stay exactly where you are. Otherwise there'll be more damage.
It's not my fault if the rooms are so small that one can hardly move.
Oops, I'd better get out of here.
The sparrows on the rooftops say there's some trouble.
Yes, it's my maid. She's inside my house, tearing it into little tiny pieces.
Except that it isn't your maid who's inside there, Uncle. It's Alice.
When on earth are you going to get your Alice to understand that she has no business visiting us here in Wonderland?
Oh, this is incredible. Come here, chaps. It's not every day you see something like this.
Oh, my fur and whiskers. I cannot stand this for another minute. In fact, if it lasts for more than another 38 seconds, I don't know what I'll do with myself. I really don't.
Don't get excited, Uncle. I'll take care of it.
Oh, that's the other window. Get out of the house at once, Marianne. You're fired. Get out at once. I'm giving you notice. You don't work for me anymore. You are unemployed. Oh, and what's more, I'm going to lay a charge.
What's your uncle so upset about, Benny?
I'll make 10 copies of it. You'll be arrested.
Uh-oh. Uncle stopped screaming and now he's scratching his head and thinking, and that's a very bad sign.
And I wonder what your uncle could be planning for us, Benny. Oh.
I know, Alice is too big and she has to be made smaller. Now, all girls are afraid of mice, and Alice is a girl. Right now, she's too big for her boots, but she'll get a huge fright when she sees me, and that will cut her down to size.
May I point out to you that the phrase cut her down to size refers to her mind and not to her body, and our problem has nothing to do with her mind. And keep any more stupid ideas like that to yourself, if you please.
Why don't you simply set the house on fire and smoke her out?
That's it, of course. The answer to our problem. I should have thought of it myself.
What a lot of nonsense. You would never have thought of that. I'm the only person who has ideas.
Don't give yourself false airs and graces. I was the one who thought of it.
That's not true. I thought of it first.
Yes, but I said it first.
Tweedledum and Tweedledee are fighting again. What difference does it make which of the two of them first thought of the idea of smoking you out?
What?
Oh, my goodness. Whatever will we do if they try it?
We can't let them do that to us, Benny Bunny. It's far too dangerous. Smoking us out. If anyone starts a fire, I shall break the walls down.
Careful. Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Now, my cucumbers are flattened, my strawberries are jam, and my tomatoes are sauce, and I hope you're satisfied.
Not such a good idea after all. It wasn't my idea.
It was your idea.
Oh, I really am sorry, Benny Bunny. I hope your uncle hasn't hurt himself too badly.
Don't worry, Alice. He won't even notice a few splinters in his powder puff.
I'm glad to hear that, Benny. But I wonder what they're up to now. The silence is very disturbing.
They're waiting till my uncle's back on his feet.
If we have to do something, what should it be?
Yes, I think we should have a plan.
Yes, we should have a plan.
And if the plan doesn't suit us, then we must come up with an alternative plan.
And if we can't think of another plan, we'll just have to make the best of the only plan we haven't got yet.
Or blame Little Bill. That would solve the whole problem.
Yes, we need Little Bill.
Yes, we need Little Bill.
Yes, of course, Little Bill. If Little Bill's to blame, then Little Bill must put it right.
Well, wasn't that a simple way to solve it?
They're going to call him Little Bill. That's a great idea.
Little Bill? I don't know him.
He's nobody special. Little Bill is Little Bill.
Little Bill is silly enough to do exactly what one wants.
Yes, he will Little Bill.
Little Bill will save the day, no matter what you like to think or say.
Should you have some horrible, dreadful little task to fulfill, call on Little Bill.
I propose we go out and get him.
Yes, because Little Bill is the only solution to our present problem, don't you know?
Exactly. Little Bill is the only one who will get her out of the house.
Absolutely. Little Bill.
Absolutely, we do need Little Bill.
Yes, Little Bill's the only one who'll be able to help us.
Little Bill, oh little Bill, when there's no one else to help, call Bill. Little Bill, oh little Bill, if you need a helping hand, call Bill. Little Bill, oh little Bill, if you want a fire, call Little Bill. Little Bill, oh little Bill, he's our handyman, our Little Bill. Little Bill, oh little Bill, if it's time for action.
Who is this Little Bill?
Little Bill, oh little Bill.
He's somebody who wouldn't harm a hair of your head.
I feel sorry for him already.
Oh, you don't have to. He feels sorry enough for himself.
Little Bill, oh little Bill, we need your help. Where are you, Little Bill? Little Bill, oh little Bill, when there's no one else to help, call Bill. Little Bill, oh little Bill, if you need a helping hand, call Bill.
Well, hello, my little Bill.
Hello.
How are you, little Bill?
I'm all right. Wait, what do you want from me?
Well, since you asked, there's only one thing, my friend. You!
Oh, little Bill, oh little Bill,
Mummy!
he's our Superman, our Little Bill. Little Bill, oh little Bill, we need your help.
I can't hold out here much longer, Benny. My feet are going to sleep.
Oh, look, Alice, they're coming back.
That's Little Bill?
That's Little Bill.
Fire, call Little Bill. Little Bill, oh little Bill, he's our hand. Little Bill, oh little Bill, if it's time for action, call our Bill.
What do you want me to do?
Not much. Just go in there and get rid of my housemaid for me.
Oh!
What on earth is it to be so upset about, little Bill? All you have to do is to climb down the chimney. Of course, we'll have to borrow a ladder first from the Queen of Hearts.
Queen, yes.
Are you certain what you're doing is right, my dearest heart?
I am always certain that what I do is right, you idiot.
Ah, there it is. Oh,
Yes, yes, it's long enough. Thank you. We'll return it later.
Wait.
Bring it a little further this way. Now, just a little more. Stop. Yes, that's exactly right.
There.
Leave me alone, please. No, I don't want to do it. No.
What's going on outside? What are they up to?
Oh, yes, of course, I know. They're going to send Little Bill down the chimney to try and frighten you out.
How's he going to do that? I'm stuck in here as tight as a cork in a bottle. I don't think I like what they're trying to do.
No.
Oh, careful, and above all, don't let that ladder fall. Observing your ridiculous behavior, one comes to the conclusion that you do not wish to go down that chimney, little Bill.
Well, you've come to exactly the right conclusion.
I'll give you one more chance.
Go on, now take it easy, lads.
Now it's getting to be dangerous. They've got Little Bill up on the roof.
It sounds as if they've already got him up on the chimney stack.
What are you waiting for? Don't treat him gently, just turn around.
Right, little Bill, down you go and frighten her away.
If you can't get going, we'll help you.
There!
happening?
Well, you see, I drank a cup of tea and it made me grow enormous.
Right, I
You,
won't...
little Bill, don't go.
Huh? She looks like that because she drank tea.
She drank tea?
Tea?
Well, then, did you tell her to get out?
Wasn't necessary. She looks like that because she drank some tea.
Thank you, little Bill. You may go now.
Don't mention it. If you ever need anything else, don't be shy.
Well, now, it looks to me as if we could return the Queen of Hearts ladder to her without delay. It was very kind of her to lend it to us, and I must thank her.
She didn't lend it to us. We simply saw it there and we borrowed it from her.
Oh, please tell me immediately that I didn't understand you correctly. Tell me that I'm hard of hearing, I beg of you.
The King of Hearts knows we've got the ladder because he was standing right next to it at the time.
All is lost.
So, White Rabbit, I wonder what excuse you've got this time.
Oh, Your Majesty, I'm sorry. I ask your forgiveness. The whole thing could be easily explained.
Well, perhaps you'll kindly explain how I come to be covered with bruises. Why on earth did you have to steal my ladder when you had one here all the
Your
time?
Majesty, may I show you what the cause was of all this trouble?
Run, lads!
See for yourself, Your Gracious Majesty.
But what is it?
That happens to be my housemaid, Mary Ann, Your Imperial Majesty.
I'm not Marianne, I'm Alice.
Marianne or Alice, it makes absolutely no difference to me. Come out at once and curtsy.
But that's exactly what the trouble is, Your Majesty. She's stuck in here.
She comes out and curtsies to me whether she can or whether she can't.
Please, Your Majesty, I ask you to have mercy on Alice. She drank some tea and she became enormous straight away.
I hope it was black. Never drink any peppermint tea because I can't stand it. Do you hear?
Yes.
Biscuit and cake don't taste good unless you drink proper tea.
Oh, Your Majesty, please don't mention the biscuits if you don't mind. Mary Ann might nibble at them and grow even bigger.
Or smaller. But in any case, she can't eat them because she's sitting right on top of them.
If she's been sitting on them, there'll only be crumbs by now. Bring sugar, milk and eggs, but make sure it's caster sugar, not ordinary sugar. That's right. And knead the dough, knead the dough, knead the dough, and knead,
and knead, and knead, and knead, and knead, and knead, and knead.
I think we can come back. She stopped shouting now.
What is it? That's a wonderful smell.
Right, that's enough. Bring them over here. What a shame I've a weight problem. They do look delicious.
Why have they baked those biscuits, I wonder?
I don't know what they'll do with them.
Now fire!
Whoa! Oh, watch out for your teeth. They're as hard as rocks.
Rocks?
What? Did she say rocks?
If she wants rocks, she can have rocks.
If she wants rocks, let's give her some.
Stop it! They're turning into biscuits. Oh, how very curious. They're softer.
Marianne?
Yes?
Her Majesty wishes to see how large you've become. Kindly stand up straight.
No, on no account. You don't stand up. I order you, Mary Ann.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This is obviously the only way.
I must be going. And you, remember to come and tell me the time at 5 o'clock exactly.
I think I'll come with you now. That way I'll be certain not to be late.
Left, right.
What about your fan and your gloves?
I don't need my gloves and I don't need my fan. I don't need anything at all. Oh.
I couldn't find them immediately.
Who has the finest crown in the land? The Queen of Hearts. First, vitamin juice, my lads, then away
look as tiny as a fly. My feet are so far away they don't seem to be mine.
Now look what's happening. As if we didn't have enough troubles already.
How was I to know one shouldn't look in the wrong end of a telescope? Out you get. I'm taking command of this vessel, whose name I once knew, but have now unfortunately forgotten. Now you behave yourself, and don't try any tricks. This must be the juice that the crows always drink. It looks to me as if they make it out of those flowers that the captain was watering when we first got here. Oh, if only I knew what they were. I've seen them before. It's good. Oh, forget-me-nots, how could I have forgotten that? They grow like weeds all over our garden. So that's the secret. Benny Bunny, the mystery's solved. They won't be able to fool us anymore.
What do you call me?
You're Benny Bunny, and I'm Alice. This is a pirate ship, and the crows are on their way to steal the crown from the Queen of Hearts. Benny Bunny, it's all so easy now. I can remember the tiniest detail about everything, because I drank the juice of the forget-me-nots, which is what the crows do every time before they fly into the wood without a name. Well, now we're going to get even with those crows. Quick, you drink some too. We haven't any crew left on board, but this is such a small ship, I'm sure we can manage on our own.
Can we, Alice? Oh, I remembered your name without even having to think about it.
Well done. But now we need to think of more important things. You're the helmsman.
Aye, aye, Captain. And what course are we sailing?
That way. And how are you doing down there, Benny Bunny?
Just watch me, Captain Alice, sir.
Here come the crows. Oh, Benny, they've got the crown.
Give me back my crown! I can't be a queen without my crown!
Oh, wonderful! The whole population of Wonderland will be grateful for what we have done.
Oh, my sister is coming for tea this afternoon. I've got to have my crown and my scepter.
Your scepter belongs to you.
Oh, give me back my crown and my scepter.
Wait a minute. Oh, something funny is going on here. Our ship is sailing off all on his own. Ah! It's not anchored next to the wood without a name anymore. Sound the retreat!
I'll sound the retreat for you, and it will be the hastiest retreat you ever be. And don't ever come back to Wonderland.
Your Majesty, your scepter.
Give it to me. Get away. Get out.
Thanks for everything. Goodbye. It was just a joke.
Please permit us to return your robe, Your Majesty.
Thank you, Majesty.
Allow me to present you with a beautiful necklace,
It
Your
belonged
Majesty.
to me in the first place, you fool.
Thank you.
If there's anything Your Majesty requires, we're at your service. We are loyal subjects.
Oh, no, I have no intention of getting off this ship.
I am the captain, and if I decide to, I can make you walk the plank for mutiny.
You don't seem to understand. I'm the captain of this ship, and I can make you walk the plank for mutiny.
That's right, Alice. Stand up to him.
I will let you have all the treasure, providing you leave my ship at once.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. Naturally, before I think of giving you back your ship, I expect you to return every single item you stole to its rightful owner and to apologize.
It's quite obvious that your idea of what is right and wrong is exactly the opposite of the way we think here. Right, you lot? You know what you have to do? We would rather sink the ship than give her up.
Aye, aye, sir.
Aye, aye, sir. Nobody
I
makes fun
really
of
don't
me.
want to
You'll
do
see.
this.
I'll show you who's captain of this pirate ship.
I really didn't want to damage your ship, but you didn't leave me any choice, I'm afraid.
Alice!
She's more scared of me than I am of her.
They never change, these people.
Uh-huh.
I'm so hungry. I haven't had a thing to eat all day. But I don't think I'd like the soup, judging by the smell. Mm-mm.
Put in more pepper. I like a well-spiced soup.
And I don't like being told what to do when I cook. Only I know how much pepper to put in.
I know, my dear. I didn't mean to interfere.
Then don't.
Please don't, and say your grace. When will you learn to address me properly?
Would your grace please sit down and be quiet? I don't like being disturbed by tasting the soup.
What has my Cheshire Cat found this time? Ah, I think my little Cheshire Cat has found an insect. Come, my darling, show the nice Duchess what you've got there.
Good day.
A beetle. Ah, how sweet. I can't stand it. This place is crawling with them. Oh, escaped. But I'll get it yet. And beetles, spiders and mosquitoes. Horrible. If only I knew a quick way to get rid of this plague of insects.
Oh, I'm not an insect at all. I'm Alice.
Let me tackle that insect, your grace.
Go right ahead, my dear. Take aim, throw, and hit. Got it?
Yes!
Serves you right.
Miss! Ha! I normally get them first time.
Anyone would have a struggle to get such a small thing. Come on, I'll show you how it's done. Strike one!
Strike two!
You're better than me. Revenge, that's
Take
you.
that!
And fire! Whoop. Not as good as you used to be, my dear.
Benny Bunny, can you see what's happening? Either something is lifting me up or I'm growing.
When you could see yourself, Alice, you look like a flagpole. Careful! Careful! You're losing your balance. You're going to fall. Alice, stand still. You're too tall. You mustn't try and walk. Alice, don't be silly. You'd better hide. If anyone sees you, they'll get the fright of their life.
I must find the caterpillar or someone to help me, Benny Bunny.
Alice, poor Alice, I'm so sorry.
It's not so bad, actually. I have a wonderful view from up here. Oh!
Don't let anyone else see you. You look so frightening.
Oh, well. Do you know, there are some advantages to being tall and thin. I think I'm beginning to get used to it.
You can't be serious.
Watch carefully, Benny Bunny. Look what I'm going to do now.
No, Alice, please don't.
You're ashamed of yourself. Oh, can't I even have a bath in peace?
Hello, Mr. Bear. I hope I'm not disturbing your winter sleep.
Winter? Sleep?
Well, Benny, what do you say now? Why are you so quiet? That went off rather well.
I also think you look extremely funny, but I know it's very impolite to laugh at you.
The view from up here is really splendid. I can see the river and the forest, too.
Goodness, you must mean the river of no return and the nameless forest.
Now I can see a swimming pool shaped like a heart and a funny castle.
That's the King of Hearts castle.
And all these strange snaking walls. What are they for?
They're Humpty Dumpty's walls. He built them.
Ah, I thought it was the Great Wall of China.
No, it's the Wonderland wall.
And that volcano? What's it called?
It's part of the castle of I mean, it belongs to someone whose name I dare not even say out loud, Alice.
Oh? Why, Benny?
Because there's someone in Wonderland that most of us would rather have nothing at all to do with.
Oh, what a beautiful waterfall. How strange, I never noticed it before. But as I said, being tall definitely has its advantages.
Be careful, mind your head!
All right, I will. Oh, well, it seems to have its disadvantages, too. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you.
Oh, a snake! Help! Help!
Not a snake,
Away,
oh,
leave me
sir.
alone. I'll give you a beating you'll never forget.
Ah! Stop screaming.
Help, a snake!
Benny Bunny, will you please tell the stupid doves that I'm not a snake, I'm a girl.
Mrs. Dove, she's not a snake. This is Alice, a little girl who's had bad luck.
Well, did you hear what he said about me?
It's not true.
Why would I lie? Do you think I'd choose to walk around with a snake?
You're just put off by my height. I used to be smaller, you see.
I don't believe a word of it.
Oh.
I know what you snakes can get up to, but I've searched in the bushes, down on the grass up here, but it seems you're just too cunning for
I'm
me.
very sorry, Mrs. Dove, but I really don't know what you're talking about.
I've looked under roots and up on all the roofs. I've even been down to the beach, but it wasn't there either.
Oh, if you know what she wants of me, please tell me.
I can't make head or tail of it either, except that Mrs. Dove is obviously terrified of snakes.
Wherever I go to lay my eggs, these terrible snakes come and steal it from me. Oh, I'm so tired.
How could you possibly have mistaken me for a snake?
I can't afford to shut my eyes, not even for a moment. But no matter how hard I try, every time I turn my back, a snake comes and steals my egg. My poor little baby. Ah! The nest's empty. You sneaky thief! Show me what's in your pocket, thief! Oh, wait, could I have put it somewhere else? Oh, no. What an unhappy dove I am. What am I going to sit on now?
Do you have to sit on an egg, Mrs. Dove?
Yes! What's the matter? I'm so upset. Don't just stand there. Do something. It's her! She took my egg right out of the nest.
Oh, no, I didn't. How can you say something that isn't true?
Someone's stolen Mrs. Dove's egg again.
I can't bear it anymore. These snakes are so cunning. She even says she isn't one.
Well, I'm not a snake.
Alice, why don't you show her your legs? Snakes don't have legs.
And this creature does have legs.
But only two, so they don't count.
Perhaps she's really a bird.
No, she has no wings.
She says she's a little girl. Oh, the liar. I've seen many young girls in my life, but none of them were as long and thin as this creature.
Of course not. Only snakes are that long and thin.
How are we ever going to get to the truth of the matter? I wonder if she's ever eaten an egg.
Of course I have. I have one every morning for breakfast.
Well, that proves it.
No, that doesn't prove anything, except that little girls like to eat eggs just as much as snakes do.
Then little girls are just as awful as snakes are.
Yes. Don't speak to her anymore. Punish her by ignoring her.
But why? Just because I like eating eggs? In fact, my very favourite is raw eggs.
Ah, raw eggs!
Do you know what my second favourite is? It's mustard eggs.
That's the worst story I've ever heard. Yes. Have you ever thought what a terrible thing it is you're doing to the eggs?
No, I haven't.
It doesn't make any difference to me now if she's a little girl or a snake.
Well, it does make a difference to me, I'd like you to know. A big difference, in fact. I never have anything to do with dove's eggs, and I don't really eat raw eggs. I only eat soft or hard-boiled eggs, fried, scrambled, or mustard eggs.
Be off with you. Why are you still standing there bothering me?
Because I thought perhaps I could help you find the egg that has disappeared.
We mustn't fall for it. You can never trust a snake.
I'll help you find it, Alice.
Thank you, Benny. What I need in order to find it is an accurate description.
Yes. Well, it's a very beautiful egg-shaped egg.
Uh-huh.
I'd rather describe it to you. You don't seem as stupid as she is. The egg is about this big. It's oval.
Yes, I am oval, but that's no reason to laugh at me. If you have to make fun of someone every moment of the day, then make fun of yourselves for a change and leave me out of it. Do you understand? But don't laugh at me.
Hello, Humpty Dumpty. I'm so happy to see you.
Keep away from me, you creepy old snake. Just because I look like an egg doesn't mean I taste like one anymore, so please keep away and leave me in peace.
But I'm not a snake. My name is Alice. Benny Bunny, please tell him who I am.
I won't have it. I'm dead against it. I refuse to be taken for an egg.
Calm down, Humpty Dumpty. This is Alice, a friend of mine. You know her.
You're both just saying so because you want to deceive me.
Precisely my opinion.
You keep out of this, you nosy dog.
I can't bear the way it's staring at me. Whatever it is, it's just as awful as a snake anyway.
Don't fall off the wall. You look all wobbly on your legs.
I prefer to fall off a wall than be eaten by a horrible snake. Remember that, you awful thing.
I'm not a snake. Please believe me. I won't hurt you. I only want to ask you something.
I don't believe a word of it.
Tell me honestly, is she really a snake or isn't she?
I swear she's not a snake.
All right, I believe
You do?
And because you have an honest face, I'll help you. I know how to convince him. Humpty Dumpty! Stop this silly nonsense of running away. Careful, you're falling. Watch out for your shell.
Why don't all of you just leave me alone?
Tell me, Humpty Dumpty, have you ever seen a snake with long blonde hair?
Oh, don't you remember the time you fell off the wall? It was Alice who called the king for you.
How could I ever forget such a dreadful day? Something bumped me and upset my balance, and I fell right off my wall. Then who should come along but the king and all his men? Did you know that I'm a friend of the king's?
Of course. Everyone in Wonderland knows that. We'll talk about it later.
Someone has stolen my egg now. What do you think of that?
Given the strange set of circumstances, I'm not one bit surprised.
Oh, isn't that the egg we're looking for over there?
My little one! My little one! Oh, my poor tiny egg! Oh, oh, oh! What a clever little thing you are, still so small and inexperienced, and yet you found your way home.
Go and fetch my cricket ball at once. I command you to put that down where it stopped immediately.
Oh, it's not my egg, it's a croquet ball.
My mallet, please.
Yes, whatever your majesty says.
Please, your majesty, don't hit it. I'm pleading for mercy for my poor little baby.
Drop the ball! I don't understand it. I played that shot perfectly. So why didn't the ball roll a bit further?
Oh, it must have been my fault, your majesty.
That's right. It was the dove who spoiled my shot. Off with her head at once.
Oh, no, whoa!
Then put her in the soup.
In the soup? Oh, no.
At your command, your majesty. Anyone know how to cook this thing?
Can you look at your list to see if you have a recipe there for dove soup?
No, only one for potato dumplings.
Your Majesty, the dove is innocent. It wasn't her fault. It was you who hit the ball.
Oh, since when do snakes wear such elegant hats?
I'm not a snake.
That's Alice, your majesty. You do know her.
Nonsense. Joker, tell me, is this a trick of yours to make me angry?
A trick? Oh!
Your majesty, in 8 days' time, the head chopping machine will be back from repairs.
Good, then in 8 days' time it'll be off with your head. Please be punctual.
I can only agree to that, your Majesty, if I have a proper court hearing.
Oh, must you? Court cases are so long-winded. Wouldn't you rather come to tea?
Reject the invitation. Court is far more interesting than her tea parties. Besides, she's never chopped anyone's head off anyway.
Is someone's head coming off?
You perhaps seen a dove's egg? It was stolen from poor Mrs. Dove's nest.
Oh!
What an upsetting affair.
I hope it's not dented.
Shall we continue the round? Oh. Oh, the poor little thing. Why is she crying? Doesn't she enjoy playing croquet?
Would you believe it, Your Majesty? Someone stole her egg from her nest.
Really, you old fiddlehead. Haven't you learned to ride properly yet?
Don't interfere with me, you silly old fatty!
What?
What are you doing out here, my dear? I have a message that poor Humpty Dumpty has been stolen.
Well, you have the wrong message.
It's not Humpty Dumpty, it's Mrs. Dove's egg that's been stolen.
Stop that silly crying. I don't want my croquet mallet to rust.
Forgive me, Your Majesty. I can't stop crying because every minute my baby's away from me, something could happen to him. Oh, I'm so sad.
Oh, you poor dear. Why didn't you tell me so? The King of Hearts will take the necessary steps to ensure your egg is safely returned.
Whoever committed this foul deed will be punished by my soldiers and banished from Wonderland forever.
That's what I wanted to ask. Where are your soldiers?
That's the problem. They're taking a little nap.
Let's think. Who in Wonderland would ever do such a terrible thing? Who can you suggest?
The Joker? Who else?
What have you to say for yourself?
I've been wrongly accused. I'm innocent. As a lamb. Besides, I don't like eggs.
I always knew the Joker didn't like me.
I swear I'm innocent.
You've had this coming.
Don't hit him, Your Majesty. We have no proof that it was he who stole the dove's egg.
I say, why don't you ask the Jabberwocky?
You're mad.
Jabberwocky?
You mean there really is a Jabberwocky?
Oh! Of course there really is a Jabberwocky. Have I ever lied to you?
Where do we find this Jabberwocky?
You gave me such a fright. I thought you were a snake.
Well, if you're sure that it really was the Jabberwocky who stole the egg, then we must go to him and ask him to return it.
The Jabberwocky's a very disagreeable creature, my dear. Most unpredictable. He is dangerous.
If necessary, I can also be pretty nasty.
This is no time for jokes.
We'll go and find him and punish him, this Jabberwocky. What's wrong with you? Why isn't anyone saying anything? Doesn't anyone want to come with me?
I want to make myself quite clear. I'd like nothing more than to catch this terrible Jabberwocky, but I'm afraid I simply cannot leave my wall.
I'm afraid I cannot accompany you either, as I'm bound to stay with Humpty Dumpty. I promise not to leave him in the lurch, and I am a man of my word.
I'll allow you to go. It will keep you out of my way for a while.
Oh, mercy.
Alice, I can't go on anymore. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but I'm going back.
What does Mrs. Dove mean to us?
Who cares about the egg?
Quite so. Don't think it's because I'm scared, Tweedledum.
Of course you are.
Me scared?
Listen to
Don't
me.
make me
If you
laugh.
want to go back, then go back, but don't keep us waiting with your silly excuses.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you. Have fun. Say hello to the Jabberwocky for us.
They're abandoning us. What pitiful cowards they are.
It doesn't matter. You can't make someone brave.
You're very clever, my child. I'm forever trying to build up the old king's courage.
Is that the Jabberwocky singing?
Will you excuse me, please? But I've just remembered something important I have to do at home. How could I have forgotten today is wash day?
That's just an excuse.
A tart, just like the one I wanted for my birthday, with cream. I'll try it. If it's good, I'll give you each a piece.
Don't eat
Cream
it,
and chocolate
Alice.
icing, too. Oh, it tastes like strawberries.
We want to eat things here in Wonderland.
A mushroom. Oh. The blue caterpillar always sits on one just like this. Should I get bigger or smaller?
Smaller'd be better.
I'll have to get advice from the blue caterpillar. Perhaps if I eat it, he'll appear.
Alice, stand in the middle of the boat. We're going to tip up.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, but I didn't know I was going to grow so tall. It was a good thing I did instead of shrinking. Now the water is shallow. It only comes up to my shins.
It'd still be up to my ears.
Hold on tight so no one falls out. I'm sure I can see a mountain on the horizon. What do you think? Could it be Greenland?
We don't care if it is or not. What's important is to get our feet back on the ground.
Be thankful you're in the boat. The water's freezing. I've got good news for you. It is Greenland. Are you happy here?
What kind of funny vegetable are you? Are you a pumpkin?
A what?
A pumpkin. You're about the right size, but you're not yellow enough. That's what's confusing me.
No wonder. I'm not a pumpkin, I'm a girl.
Oh, a girl!
Don't be so upset. What are you afraid of? I won't hurt you. Let's disembark.
Yes.
This is going to be difficult.
Remind me to say no next time Alice asks us to do anything for her.
Remind me, too. I'm not keen on doing this again, either.
But in the midst of being helpful, the faint-hearted don't get involved in this kind of thing.
Walking on ice is turning my feet into stalactites. Look, they're going to the other side. It must be warmer there.
If I step onto that bridge, it'll fall down. One of you will have to go. Someone not as heavy as me.
If one of us must go, you go, because I'm much fatter than you.
I think the mouse ought to go.
Oh, that's sweet of you, Alice, but I think that the eagle should go.
I hear your proposal, Mouse, but unfortunately it doesn't fit in with my plans.
Someone must go. Please don't let me down.
After my last few experiences, I've come to the conclusion that false bravery does more harm than good.
You're a dicky bird.
Dicky Bird? How dare you call me such a name?
Since someone's got to go, I will. And I'll come with you.
Good luck, Benny Bunny. I hope you can persuade them.
What I see? Yes, all the green things of Wonderland have gathered down there. It looks like they're having a secret ceremony. They're standing round a big mushroom, and there's smoke in the middle. I wonder if it could be the smoke from the blue caterpillar's pipe, because that'd be a good thing for us. Come on, quick!
we'll have the dandelion.
We dandelions go to a great deal of trouble to make the fields look nice and green, but people pull us up and call us weeds.
But all the children love you. That should be enough for you. Next one, please.
Children hate us so much they spit us out.
I've never spat out a carrot.
Benny Bunny?
Mr. Blue Caterpillar, what luck to find you just when we need you.
Benny Bunny, it can't be a coincidence. You'd never have gone out for a walk in this far-off place. No one with any sense in his head would ever come here of his own free will.
But you,
I'm just trying to put right what I put wrong in the first place. If only someone would give me some advice.
I can't advise you if I don't know what it's about, Mr. Caterpillar.
Listen carefully, Benny Bunny. I'm so worried I can hardly express myself. Now, why do you think it is that people make fun of you all the time?
It's because I'm too thin, too long, too white, and I taste too funny. And oh dear, I wish there was a place I could go to be alone.
A deserted island. Greenland, that's where you should go.
It sounds like a true paradise. If it lives up to its name and everything there is green, it sounds like music to my ears.
Not quite. Apart from ice and loneliness, there's nothing there.
All the better. I'd like to pass on your advice to my friends. They're all tired of the poor treatment we vegetables have been receiving. Thank you very much, Mr. Caterpillar. Goodbye.
Udo, wait! And this is the result of that. I could hardly believe Udo had persuaded everything green to accompany him here.
It's very complicated.
It's very simple. All over the world, people say how beautiful the roses are, but whoever says the same of the leaves?
You're right. No one ever found the green button I lost off my trousers.
When people see my green hair, they always laugh. Now I don't even like it myself.
Now everyone is tired of Greenland and they want to go back home. You wouldn't by any chance know of someone who's very strong, would you?
Yes, Alice is very big at the moment, but I don't know if she's strong enough.
If I can persuade everyone to stand in one place on the island and Alice can pull the island to the mainland, then we'd have killed two birds with one stone. They'd get back home and we'd have green again.
Yes.
The leaves would be back on their trees, which they've been missing. I know they've been pining for their branches, and the grass would have some soil underfoot. Their roots don't like all that ice. It's terribly slippery.
Why don't you just tell them to go over to where Alice is? She'll know what to do.
They don't trust me anymore. They won't take my advice since we came here.
Then why not leave it up to me? Me and my beloved flute.
Hello, Alice. I've come up with a good idea, and I know you'll be pleased with me.
Benny Bunny, I wish you'd asked me first. What'll we do if I can't manage?
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. Try to cross first.
Yes.
Is everyone across?
Yes, there's not a single blade of grass left. Ooh, you're astoundingly big this time.
I'm a giant. It's awful.
Yes, you don't look very pretty that big, but we'll get you back to normal.
I hope so. I can't go back home like this. Shallow water, the ice gets stuck.
Do you think the little girl will keep her promise and bring the green back to Wonderland? What can that be?
It's Your Majesty, I don't know. I think it's an iceberg. Hey?
Oh, how stupid you are, Joker. How ridiculous. We don't have any icebergs. Do my eyes deceive me?
Oh!
See? What stupid idiot ordered the ducks to be delayed? delivered alive.
There's the little duckling in that cage on the kitchen table.
It's Alice, catch her! That girl is a troublemaker. Where is my guard? Call out my soldiers! Oh! Was that a cannonball? Yes. Oh.
Your Majesty, our orders are to pursue the ducks into the castle and shoot them down. Fire!
Ah! Get out at once. I won't have any cannon in my kitchen.
Well, I don't care. The King of Hearts has promised me a new kitchen for years, and now's the time to build it.
Hello there.
Don't be frightened, little duckling. We're here to help you.
Thank you, Alice. I don't understand what's going on, but whatever it is, it isn't good.
We'll explain it all later. Now we must go. May I introduce you? This is the little duckling, and this is the leader of the wild ducks.
How do you do?
Well, thanks.
Alice, we don't have time for all this. Look behind you.
Oh, good gracious.
Follow me then, duckling. Can you fly at all?
Captain!
Yes?
Fly yet, but I'll try.
The duckling can fly, I know.
Look, duckling, all your friends from the pond have come to set you free.
Coming?
Yes.
All the duckling needs is a little self-confidence. Then she'll be able to fly and she'll be a much better swimmer.
I think the flamingo's absolutely right. All you need is some confidence.
You're all so kind.
We're off.
Oh, thank you, Alice. You've helped me to become a real wild duck, and I've made some very good friends.
Good luck, duckling, and do look after yourself.
Until we meet again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
They mustn't escape. I want them all in my duck soup. Hurry up! Fire!
I'll drink this tea, then I'll sort them out.
Mind your head, Alice. You don't want to bang him. Oh! Now we're ready for action. Oh, great. This is fun.
They stole my pocket watch.
Give him back his watch and be quick about it.
All right. We'll give it back. It was only a joke.
Here's your watch, Mr. White Rabbit. It's still in one piece.
Thank you. It's still ticking. If you dare to play one more joke on me or my watch, I'll never speak to you again.
We won't play any more jokes, Mr. Rabbit. We swear. We'll behave ourselves. Who was that old idiot, Alice? Wherever did you meet him?
Why are you so mean to people? How can you call them names if you don't even know them? The White Rabbit is not an old idiot.
What's more, I want to tell you, he's my uncle, and anything you say against him will be a personal insult to me. Get rid of them, Alice.
I ought to. But on the other hand, I think it'd be a pity for them not to see Wonderland.
What, after the way they've behaved?
Please, Alice, we want to see Wonderland.
All right, but first you'll have to go through that little door.
Oh. It shouldn't be a problem for us, but you'll never manage it yourself.
It's not your fault if you don't know any better. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Watch this, boys. Benny, why aren't you talking to me? Are you asleep or something? Ooh, just as I thought, he is asleep. To tell the truth, I'm feeling sleepy too. No, I can't. I must stay awake.
There's a lot to do tonight. The White Rabbit's alarm clock to be fixed, the castle door, soup to be cooked, and then the shoe belonging to Alice. She must be new here. She must be the little girl who had the flu. Oh, these must be her shoes. Seems the only way to do it is to put on a new sole, but that takes ever such a long time. Oh, how tiring. Ugh.
Benny, I heard the fixit pixie. He's here.
It was me you heard. I fell and landed on my nose.
Oh, did you hurt yourself?
But I'll live.
What a pity it's light already. We fell asleep and missed everything. Come. How silly. We had a golden opportunity to see the fixit pixie at work, and what do we silly billies do? We fall asleep. I'm cross with myself. Oh, look, Benny Bunny. My shoe has a new sole. There really is a fixit pixie.
You never believe anything I tell you, do you? I bet you thought I was telling stories.
Yes. Come on, we'll have to hurry.
Why must we hurry?
Because we've got to get to your uncle's house as soon as possible. Perhaps we'll be lucky and find the fixit pixie still there.
Why don't you listen? I told you the fixit pixie only works at night. He's disappeared long ago.
I'll believe that when I've seen it for myself. Come on. Is that your uncle's alarm clock?
And it works. That means the fixit pixie's been here.
And unfortunately, that means we've missed him once again. He can't hear it. White Rabbit, it's time to wake up.
Oh, how infuriating. What bad manners to wake up someone who's sleeping. Oh, be quiet. Why has the alarm clock gone off so early?
Because the fixit pixie was here last night and repaired your clock.
Then it shouldn't have gone off so early. And you shouldn't have come here to wake me up to tell me something I already know. I must be on time to see the Queen of Hearts this morning. And I haven't had enough sleep yet, and you're disturbing me. You know what the Queen of Hearts is like. She's a very demanding person.
Something smells good.
He's been here too.
Oh, yes, he's been all right. We're too late.
The only possibility now is the castle door.
Why don't you give up, Alice? It's pointless. No one has ever seen his face.
I believe you, Benny Bunny, but you know there's an exception to every rule in life.
I'm giving up. It's light already. A pity, but the door will have to wait until tomorrow. There was too much to do in one night.
Good morning, Fixit Pixie.
Oh, no, a person. I've been seen by a person.
Yes, and I'm very pleased you have, because now at least I can say thank you.
Oh, dear.
Wait, please. I only wanted to thank you for having fixed the sole of my shoe. Oh, he's gone. I don't understand.
You see, he didn't want us to see him.
Why did he get such a fright? I didn't want to do him any harm.
Don't get upset, Alice. At least you saw the fixit pixie.
The fixit pixie? You saw him? Then the door must be fixed by now.
I don't know, Your Majesty.
You don't need to know. He will have fixed it.
Hopefully.
Open the door, please.
Who, me?
Yes, or do you see someone I don't see?
Oh, someone pull the door off me quick, please. Someone help me.
This is a shocking state of affairs. Oh. Why did you tell me he had fixed the door?
But
He hasn't fixed it at all.
When you asked me if he had fixed the door, my answer was I don't know, Your Majesty. Don't you remember?
What you said is unimportant. You're the one who's responsible for what the fixit pixie didn't do. Now you'll have to find him and bring him here so I can put him into prison.
Your Majesty! I'm sorry I'm late again. I'm very sorry. I've really...
A spell in prison will do you good, too.
It wasn't my fault, Your Majesty. The fixit pixie wound my alarm clock too tightly, and when I touched it this morning, it simply fell apart. I would have fixed it myself, but I didn't know how to go about it. I'm sorry.
Keep quiet, that's enough. Bring that fixit pixie here.
You did that on purpose. That soup is just too terrible for words. Either you wanted to make me very angry indeed, or to poison me.
The fixit pixie is the only one who can answer that. He cooked the soup last night, not me.
Yes, because you didn't do your duty.
What's wrong? Are you sad? No, I'm furious. I'm so angry I could scream. Why? Everyone leaves what they don't want to do to the fixit pixie, and then they speak badly of him. Really, it's so unfair. I can't bear it.
This is the first time anyone's complained about his work. They've all been happy with it before.
Whether it's the first time they've complained or the second makes no difference.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and find the fixit pixie so I can thank him and apologize for the others.
All right, if you want to do that. Alice, I'm tired. I don't want to go on. Can't we stop for a little rest?
Yes, perhaps we ought to. I'm getting tired as well.
What do you think, Alice? We've been looking for hours. We'll never find him if he doesn't want us to.
I don't agree, Benny Bunny. He's somewhere here in the forest.
Alice?
Oh! Yeah. Oh!
I didn't mean to frighten you, but I thought I heard you say you're looking for somebody.
Yes, we've been looking for the fixit pixie for hours and hours, but we haven't had any luck. He's disappeared off the face of the earth.
Oh, so you're looking for the fixit pixie. Well, if that's all, then I can help you. We've been friends for years, you see, but just recently I've been worried about him.
I hope he doesn't have some serious illness.
No illness, just a case of overwork. It's no wonder, really, when you consider that he's 200 years old.
That's impossible.
200? Aren't you exaggerating just a little?
If you want to see him, you must go in that direction until you come to a particularly big green tree. So big, you can't miss it.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Owl. You've been very helpful.
Mind the roots!
Yes, thank you.
Careful where you walk. You humans don't see very well in the dark.
I'll be careful.
Must you go so fast? Can't you go slower and more carefully?
We have to hurry, Benny Bunny. Otherwise, he'll be on his way again before we've caught up with him.
Alice, I'm scared.
Up ahead, look, a light. I think we found him. Oh.
Lift me up. I want to look in.
I'm sorry.
It's time for me to go, my dear.
Must you go, dear? You look so tired. Can't you leave it for just one night?
I can't. You know that, dear. Someone has to do the work. Work doesn't get done on its own, unfortunately, and our friends are far too lazy.
It never ceases to amaze me how you can call those ungrateful Wonderlanders your friends.
It sounds to me as if his wife is far cleverer than he is, and I think she's right.
She'll hear you.
I'm sorry, Benny.
Promise me you won't work as hard as last night.
Don't worry about me, dear.
Good evening. My name is Alice.
A person? You're a real person.
Is that a bad thing? Yes, I am a person. Does it matter? I'm not dangerous.
Neither am I.
Oh. Would you please tell me what your wish is and then go away?
Wish?
Yes. Any person who sees a fixit pixie or his wife is entitled to make a wish. That's the arrangement between us fixit pixies and people.
Do you really think we went to all this trouble to find you just so that we could make a wish?
Yes.
Well, you're wrong. We're here because we're worried about the fixit pixie. We saw him last night and he seemed to be having some difficulty.
Yes, that's right. His work wasn't up to standard. Everyone was complaining.
Even your friend Mrs. Owl believes he's overworked at the moment.
How sweet of you, I'll tell my husband. I've thought for a long time that he's been working too hard, but he's so stubborn. Just recently I said to him, dear, do be careful. At 200, you're not young anymore.
Yes, true.
Yes, indeed.
Tell me, would you mind very much if I changed my mind and asked you to grant me one little wish after all?
No, not at all.
Thank you. I'll whisper it in your ear.
Oh, I don't believe it. You're so young still, and yet you're so clever. Alice, you're such a wonderful child.
Something's happened! Something's happened! Something terrible has happened. The fixit pixie flew into a tree by mistake, and now he's lying on the ground and he's not moving.
Oh, my darling, tell me what's wrong.
Gently. Be careful. Don't hurt either of them.
Oh, I knew something bad would happen. Why didn't you listen to me?
Is he answering? Can he talk? What's wrong?
I don't know what's wrong with him. We'll have to take him to a doctor.
Let's take him to the palace, to the Queen of Hearts, Doctor.
No, we definitely can't go there.
We'll go wherever's the closest. Quick, do hurry.
Be careful you don't trip, Alice.
Oh, you finally come round. That's good.
Where are we, dear? And how did we get here?
We're in the Queen of Hearts Palace, dear.
You flew straight into a tree and lost consciousness. And now you're here to rest and get better, so that you can fix my door.
The doctor says it's not serious, and you'll soon be up and about again, but you have to stay in bed for a while.
Unfortunately, I can't do that today. I've far too much to do.
No, you haven't. You're staying in bed and having a rest. You're going to have a holiday for as long as it takes you to get better again.
There's no question of a holiday.
Alice?
Yes. I found out today that there's an agreement between people and the fixit pixies. If a person sees a fixit pixie, then the pixie has to grant a wish. And the wish I made was that you would agree to take a holiday so that you can have a good rest and recover.
And you granted the wish?
Yes, of course I did. And now I'll get you to stay at home with me for a few days, as I've been asking you for the last 100 years.
My own wife's got the better of me, with your help. But if one's given one's word, one cannot go back on it.
Better already.
So far, so good. The problem's been solved. Mind you, it raises another one. Who will replace him when he's away?
I suggest, Your Majesty, that we discuss that problem later. Under no circumstances must the patient be disturbed. He has to stay in bed and have proper rest.
If the giant octopus locked us, he'll have taken the key. Oh, I can't believe our luck today.
But you're a human child. What are you doing at the bottom of the sea?
Looking for you, Light Fairy. The Queen of Hearts sent me. Everybody in Wonderland is missing you so much.
Ah, stranger. Don't you know this is my domain? You're guilty of trespassing.
I know. But I'm here to take the Light Fairy back. The people of Wonderland can't go on living in darkness.
Why should I worry about the Queen and her people? On the contrary, it makes me very happy to give them problems and a hard time.
You don't understand. Without light, flowers can't bloom and stars can't twinkle. Please, Mr. Octopus, please release her.
No, once I take a prisoner, he stays a prisoner.
Not so tight, I can't breathe.
What are you doing? Oh, let her go this instant. You brute!
Careful, you might lose your teeth.
Benny Bunny! You win. Just don't hurt Benny anymore, please.
Octopus, please listen to me. There's no reason for you to hurt them, because I have no intention of going back. I promise to stay here with you.
Really? If you'd said so before, you'd have saved me a lot of trouble. Anyway, how do I now can trust you not to run away?
You brute, you bully! Get away, Alice. We can't hold on much longer.
Come back, you traitors! I'm so cross I'm all knotted up wide.
Oh, thank you, Alice. I don't know how much longer I could have endured being locked up.
There's no need to thank me, Light Fairy. The thanks should go to my friends Octavius and Octavia. If they hadn't followed me and jumped on the giant octopus, I don't know what would have happened. Really, I don't.
I really don't know how to thank you for what you did for me today, my friends.
I know how you can show us your gratitude.
Octavius, please, have you no shame? Really, let him speak. What is it, Octavius? I'd be glad to grant any wish if it is within my power.
My dearest wish is to see my house shining with light, just like the shipwreck where the giant octopus lives. Can you grant that wish?
Oh, no sooner said than done.
Wonderful to walk on land again, breathing fresh air.
You showed courage in the face of danger, Alice, and that deserves a reward. I have something special for you.
Have you? I can't wait to see it.
Well, close your eyes and open your heart. Did you enjoy the show? Now come with me. Let's bring the nightlight back to Wonderland.
Look, the Milky Way and all the other stars are back in the sky, and they're twinkling better than ever. How wonderful. It looks as if Alice has managed to bring the light fairy back to Wonderland. I can go to bed now.
No reason why I should stay here by myself. I'll go to bed too.
You stay right where you are and keep a sharp lookout. Make sure the light fairy switches on all the lights in my kingdom.
Good night.
Look how she does it, Benny. Just a flick of her wand. I've just realized something. We usually take all this for granted. Why are we only aware of beauty when we've lost it? Oh, we're so silly.
Everything's back in working order. Oh no, the glowworms. Come.
I don't understand. We should have gone to work at least an hour ago with our lights on. Why aren't we glowing yet?
You can stop worrying, glowworms.
Oh, Benny, they're glowing again. I'm so happy, Benny Bunny. The world is like it was before the big blackout. Even the glowworms are laughing.
Alice?
Yes?